What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Beyond the Gym Floor. Part 2, rolling on from last week, is how to build an online business. So whether you're currently in the trenches face-to-face or it's all new and you're just trying to figure it out, these two-part episodes are going to take you through exactly what you need to do to put on online clients. So last week, we talked about messaging, branding, and your offer. We talked about your organic content, how to get that all organized. Today, we talked about paid marketing. We talked about getting in the DMs, contacting people, and why these promises of no consult signups are under-delivering everywhere. And we talked about how to actually get someone from that appointment, sign them up, what you need in your consults, and then also what you need in your onboarding to make sure people stay. Online is notorious for people just disappearing, so you need to know how to make that first 2 weeks great so they last your 12 to 16-week minimum term and long beyond that. If you want to work with us, if you like what you hear in the podcast, you can go check out Breakout PT. It's our guarantee of adding $1,000 income to your business within 6 weeks, or we will work with you for free until you do. So if you're a health club PT and you think we can help out, jump into the notes, click the link, register you're interested. I'll give you a buzz. Just make sure you're actually a good fit for it and that we can promise that outcome, and then we'll get you in the course rolling straight away. There's no intakes. You can do it right now. Enjoy the episode. All right, we're back, part 2.
Part 2. Straight into it.
Hopefully you listened last week.
Yep.
If you didn't, maybe jump back, listen to last week, and then come to this one.
Doesn't make sense. Go back last week. Watch it,
Yeah. So we've covered messaging, branding, your offer, having a content schedule, using a scheduler to post, and then making sure that you actually interact on your content around that schedule. You still have to do stuff, otherwise you'll get punished.
Yeah, that's fair.
The Zuck will come for you.
Dog.
Have you seen the clips of Zuck on Theo?
Nah.
Bro, it's so bad. It's just the most awkward exchange ever.
Do you watch the Bad Friends podcast?
No.
Fuck, man, that shit is so funny. He's just so inappropriate. It's just like, I never met someone in my life who can just talk about inappropriate shit and get away with it.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious. I love how awkward he is when he's serious, like when he talks about awkward shit.
Yeah.
Like,
just goes for it.
Yeah. He's been real good on Rogan, like every time Theo's been on Rogan, like.
Right.
Yeah, he's just been fucking mad.
Just tears them apart. Yeah.
Well, it's just like, he just, says just the shit that like, you can't say that, but he can say it.
Yeah. Theo's the best, man.
It's good, bro.
Theo's the best.
Yeah.
Oh, so Bad Friends is his?
Bad Friends, he's on Bad Friends, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah. When he's on Bad Friends, it's fucking funny. But like, everyone on Bad Friends is just
good.
It's just fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him. His sense of humor is, once you get it, he's one of the funniest dudes getting around right
like
now.
when Joe's like, they were talking about energy drinks, and he's just like, oh man, like, it gives me like the jitters and I can't sleep. And Theo's just like, yeah, man, it makes you want to beat your wife as well. And he just said it so like, so fucking nonchalantly. I was like, what did you just say?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, man, it's fucking funny.
Yep. So, we have all that covered.
Yep.
Now we need to jump into what we spoke about at the end of the last podcast, which is the PT board in the gym has never got you any clients.
Yeah.
Your Instagram page is that. Telling people who you are, what you're good at. Hopefully you're hitting some
your
pain
bio,
points.
you mean?
Yeah. Even like, I would take the approach, not when you make the content, put effort into the content in that I'm going to really hit someone's feelings. This is going to make a real difference when you make that piece of content.
Yeah.
When you're making it. As soon as you stop making it, I want you to imagine that content is just like a hey. And that's it.
Okay.
Like it means nothing more than that.
Yeah.
Like if you're looking at a gym comparison. So I've been working on this analogy a bit. So like, let's see if it works.
I'm here for it.
So I've been trying to work out how to compare online to the gym.
Yes.
So, because most people understand what a face-to-face trainer does, but they're kind of like, I don't really know what the fuck online is. It's just post shit, right? People come.
Yeah.
So, putting up a piece of content is being present in the gym. People seeing you. It's kind of like training a client. If you're training a client that looks like them, they're going to pay attention. Your client moves well, you're paying attention. You're not watching the fucking TV and laying down and doing all that shit with your coffee in one hand. That's like your social media. They're like, he looks like he would solve my problems that I have in the gym. Or she, because they're doing the thing that looks like what I would want.
Yep.
That's kind of like what your content is. You're present. You're showing that you can deliver.
Mm.
A like is like, hey, you're walking past someone, they make eye contact, they say hello.
Mm.
You could just smile and say hello back and keep walking.
Yeah.
What's the chance that person becomes your client?
It's pretty slim.
Over time, maybe you build a little bit of rapport. Just like,
If
hey,
all you do is say hi, though.
Hey, and that's it. Maybe one day they'll be like, hey, Jace, can we have a chat?
Yeah, it's probably not going to.
It's pretty rare though.
It's going to take a long time.
A comment is like a comment, to be honest. I've had people come up to me in the gym and be like, man, just want to say, like, all of your clients, I'm so impressed with how they all move.
Yeah.
And you see them all come in and they change, they make progress. Like, you're doing a really good job. Or you're training, like, fuck, man, like, you're looking good. You're doing this, you're doing that, you're whatever.
Yeah.
It's like someone engaging with you. It's taking the earphones out and actually starting a conversation. Again, if you just said, oh, thanks, man, like, thanks so much.
Yeah.
What's the likelihood of them becoming a client?
It's more than the first one.
Higher, but not
that high, yeah.
Yeah. Then you've got story reacts and all that, which is kind of the same.
Mm.
It's just like, fuck, good bench, bro. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit of a reach out. Now, if you run a business in a gym as a personal trainer, what would you do if you'd seen someone 3 times that had said hello?
Mm.
You'd probably, if you're training, take your headphones off and be like, hey, mate, I'm Ben. How are you? What's your name? How's your training going? What are you up to today? What are you training? Oh, you got a knee fucking up. Cool. What are you doing to fix that? Oh, interesting. Maybe, like, I got a few clients that have a couple of knee problems. Maybe we should have a chat. That's what you would do if you were on a gym floor.
Yeah.
So, online, the like is an invitation for you to make contact with them.
Yeah.
And some people, when you say hello to them in the gym, you'll be like, hey, man, I'm Ben. How are you? And they'll be like, I'm good, thanks, I'm Steve, and keep walking.
Yeah.
On the internet, they don't reply.
Yeah.
They just leave you on
Just leave it on
scene.
scene.
Because they don't have to be that polite.
Yeah.
They can just be like, leave me alone.
Mm.
But a lot of people will stop and want to have a conversation.
Mm.
Maybe half the people.
Yeah.
So you engage with them. Someone comments. You reply back. But you also send them a DM.
Mm.
Hey, man, how's your training going? What are you doing? You look like I'm just trying to get big like you, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, engage back. And then your goal is to find something that they're struggling with that you have a solution for.
Mm.
I've dealt with this heaps of times. That's really interesting. Have you tried this? Sweet. Maybe we should sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah.
That's the game.
Absolutely.
If you're not in the 0.1% of charisma, athletic ability, or looks, you need to talk to people.
Yeah.
And I think I've been afraid to say that because I don't want people to be like, fucking these SCC learn coaches don't even know how to do online. Like, what? They fucking just DM all day. Yeah, so does every fucking business.
Mm.
And the ones that are selling you funnels as the fucking solution to everything.
Yeah. The funnel starts in DM.
They're outliers.
The DMing is part of the funnel.
Sorry, I mean like automated. Just post this and people will be your client.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
yeah.
Most, 99% of all effective funnels still have a DM in it.
So I'm not going to name names, but there's a very successful online coach turned business mentor that's entire program is like, make phenomenal content, send them to a page that has the price, and they'll sign up.
Yeah.
I don't know any trainers that have done it that have full books.
Okay.
Like, maybe they all did it wrong. Every single person that I know that's done it, that's found another way to be successful since doing it.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that approach work.
Yeah. Organically.
Mm.
Yeah. Maybe it's a paid strategy.
Maybe. But this guy preaches organic.
Oh, well then that's, yeah, okay.
Yeah. It's literally just like, make content,
everything I just said.
Send them to the link, there's a price, and they will do a transaction with you.
Yeah, interesting.
If you're still doing consults in 2025, you're behind.
Yeah, interesting.
Like, okay. Cool, I'm sure you got some success stories, but I bet they're outliers.
Okay.
Because everyone I know is having conversations.
Yeah, yeah.
And when we sat in a room full of 50 business owners a month ago, all of them, the dude was walking around with a hat that said, make the fucking calls. Like, call the leads.
Call the fucking leads.
Speak to the leads. Speak to the leads. Speak to the leads. For us, that's mostly DM interactions.
Yeah, we'll chat to people. Talk to them.
And it doesn't mean you're a fucking weirdo that's in the requests. Like,
yeah,
these
it's like,
when you start to think the like is the smile in the gym,
yeah, they interacted with your shit.
that's permission.
Cold's like, you don't know this person ever, and it comes up in the requests thing. So
Yeah.
I mean, props to them. It's a little bit too much for me.
Yeah. But like, we talk, every time Jess is on, we talk about hitting on girls in the gym. It's just like general rules, just don't do it.
Yeah.
But like, if you were going to speak to a girl, and we've talked about like in the DMs, like don't send a dick pic.
Yeah.
If you were just like, there's an attractive person over there, I want to go speak to them.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just walk up behind them and be like, hey, want to go on a date? Like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing?
Yeah.
You would probably try and get eye contact first, like check
hey,
the vibe.
Hey.
Before the hi,
Find
you'd be
their-
like,
Go to the reception desk, ask who the member is, find them on Instagram, like fucking 800 photos from 6 months ago.
yeah, fuck me. You might try and make eye contact with them first
Yeah.
to see if there's a vibe.
Yeah.
And if she looks at you and looks the fuck down or looks away, maybe just chill out.
Leave her alone.
If she looks back, hey, you might get to say hello.
Yeah.
And if she says hello back, you might be able to say, hi, I'm Ben.
Yeah.
How are you today? It's like dating advice now.
Yeah, I was like, where the fuck are we going with this?
But I just mean like you wouldn't, when you approach a prospect, it's the same.
Yeah.
Seek, what's the level of permission I have here?
Yeah, and then
It's a like.
assess.
Cool. Hey, thanks for engaging.
Mm.
What do you think of the content? I
What are you here
looked
for?
at your page. Training looks like it's going well.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
Just find a fucking pickup line, like a break the ice line to reach out
To have a
people.
conversation. Yeah, that's right.
So, message I want you to take home from that. You have to post, I would say, 5 times a week. Make that, if you're starting out, make that kind of like your goal. Then, don't think that posting is going to build your business.
No.
If it does, and you're the outlier, fucking awesome.
Yeah, well, it's like it's just an addition to the work that you're doing underneath anyway.
Yeah, so for 15 years, we've told people, don't count the leads that the gym gives you.
Yeah, get them yourself.
Go get them yourself. Now the gyms are struggling. The only people doing well are the people going to get leads by themselves.
That's it.
Because the gyms aren't signing up fucking 150 people a month. So take that same mentality. You've got to outreach and speak to people.
Yeah.
Same as you would in the gym. Okay. So we ran the 40-4-4-4-2. 4-4-2. 40 interactions, 4 value-based posts.
Yeah, 4 stories.
4 stories that ideally are spoken, especially if you're not posting video.
Yeah.
If you're not speaking on camera, speaking your stories.
Yeah.
2 calls to action.
Yeah.
So the biggest pushback now, when we started with those rules, was easy to get 40 DMs.
Yeah.
Because you follow 50 people and 40 would follow you back. And you can interact with people and find 40 people to message pretty quickly.
Yep.
Game doesn't play like that anymore. I've found. So where people are going now is social media is starting to become pay to play. At what point would you say someone should look into paid marketing?
As soon as they are clear on their offer, as soon as they're clear on who they serve, and they have that budget to distribute to their ads.
And your organic content is solid.
And
reliable.
you're regularly committing to an organic post, regularly committing to a posting schedule.
Yeah. And
so do all the things that we spoke about just up until now.
Yeah.
And you've got you find the budget, I would say, find it to put into ads.
And like you said, everything up till now, what we didn't mention is the contacts. There's no point spending money if you're not going to reach out.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. Well, you're already doing the DM, so you should be really ready to outreach. Well, not even just DMs. You could probably go to pick up the phone and call them too.
Yeah,
right?
depending on what your strategy is.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, a couple of strategies that are working right now. The first one's like paying for a follow. So you create a ad campaign, and your only purpose for that campaign is to get someone to follow your page.
Yeah. Top of the funnel, CTA, follow my page if you're this person.
Yeah.
Basically.
So you're basically listing what your offer is and who it's for. Maybe an example of an outcome. Come follow me.
Yeah. When
they follow you, what do? Hey, it looks like training's going well. Your dog's cute. Like whatever it is.
Yeah, I reckon you can go even harder in the paint on that, because you can tell where they come from. Or to be fair, it depends how many ads you got running at the same time, though.
Yeah, but say you're just running that.
Yeah, well, so say you get like a follower from your ad, like it comes up as a noti. Like if it's a top of the funnel follower ad, it's like you can literally be like, are you this person? Are you experiencing this? These are all the people that I've solved that problem with. If you want a community that does this, and that, follow the page. So you already know that like they're after that.
Yeah.
So then you can go a little bit harder in the paint on that DM.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still going in with the break the ice question.
Yeah, you could.
But you're like fucking.
Well, you can break
this
the ice.
is an appointment.
Well, you can break the ice.
Yeah.
But you're like, you know, this person's got.
You're to the call quicker.
Yeah. Well, you know this person's got a pain point because it's like that was enough for them to take action.
Yeah.
Like you don't take action on shit like that. Like you boost a post, and you're talking about a topic, and it's like just really cool information articulated really well, and that person follows your page. That's going to take a little bit longer to nurture.
Yeah.
So but it's like if someone's like, are you putting in the work and you're not happy with how you look and, you know, et cetera, you feel this and and it's like, this was the person and rah, and it's like, you follow my page if you want this, and that. Mm-hmm. No one's clicking on that just because they like the production of it.
Yeah.
They're clicking on it because they like what you fucking said.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, the time between the nurturing time is way less.
Shorter, yeah.
You get to dictate that nurturing time with how you interact with that person.
Yeah.
So I would be, like if you know, I'd be like, yeah, cool, break the ice, and then boom, it's like, what do you need help with? You wouldn't even fucking ask anything else.
Yep.
It's like, talk about their training and get into what they need help with.
Yep.
And then,
totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's one strategy.
Yep.
You could run a direct offer.
Yeah, middle of the funnel.
Which we may disagree on this. I think if you don't have...
You got to build an audience first.
If you don't have an audience, you don't have a book of clients, you don't have success yet, you don't have proof, you don't have a system, an SOP of like acquisition, like what's your standard operating process of DM to close? If you don't have that yet, it's not polished. The lead pages, the websites, the emails, that, I probably wouldn't invest in
paid
a direct sale.
Yeah. I agree with that. But I think like your job should be to get that as fast as possible. And it's like whilst you're building your audience, you're also simultaneously making sure that there's a seamless experience, prospect to client experience.
Yeah.
And then you would be wanting to do a direct offer ad.
Yeah.
And then that way you can like retarget it to your audience.
Yeah. So I would say what you're doing when you're new, low budget, don't have proof yet, would be your middle funnel, your direct call to action is your story. So you're selling.
Oh, it's technically bottom, I guess, if it's direct. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're selling your service and you're like, come and work with me because XYZ and get XYZ, that you get top of the funnel is the follower, new exposure. Yeah. Hey, here it is.
Content.
They come in, they absorb some content, which is maybe middle. And then like the bottom of the funnel is there's 200 people that watch your stories that have come through that. And they're the ones that are most invested. And you're like, I have 3 spots.
Yeah.
Don't fucking say you have 3 spots every day. But like, if you feel this,
people,
this is the outcome. This week, if you sign up, you get that.
Absolutely.
Like, that's your hard sell until you have budget, systems, and digital assets. So like landing pages, email sequences, that kind of shit in place that are good, that you can drive people to it.
Yeah, I agree. I think do that and do everything as fast as possible.
Agreed. So there's maybe a step in between that, and there's a step earlier. So
to not confuse anyone any further.
Yeah. So another direction you could go in is say like, fuck, I'm not super. Maybe you haven't got your business to a point where you could explain well who you help, what you do, all that kind of stuff to do the follower ad like we've said. Another strategy, if you're still trying to figure that out, is to repost your content. I still wouldn't boost. I'd still run it as a proper ad. Your most successful content in the last month.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
1 to 3 posts, and your goal is still get follows.
I would do both of them at the same time.
I agree. If you had the budget.
Yeah, like just...
And then that's going to help you make better content because you're paying attention to what's working.
Yeah.
And then you're pushing that out so you're getting an audience that like that more and you're just doubling down on
So
that.
just to be clear on that strategy, you would be posting organically for a period of time, and then you would be looking at the highest performing posts over a 30-day period, and then you would be selecting one and or more of those posts. So you're not just like randomly selecting an ad like you've got, a post to boost you. Like you've got really good data to look at.
Correct.
Yeah.
So then the other side, so we don't have a direct to sale, we might have a direct to lead magnet. Correct. So instead of being like, come buy my coaching, it's come to my free workshop, come download my PDF, come get my free
lead
shit.
magnet you've decided.
Again, you're going to need digital assets for that. You're going to need an automated email thing. You're going to need like some stuff to be able to get to those people. And then be willing to do the contacts again.
Of course. Because
they're an even hotter lead than the follow.
Yep.
We've now moved to phone numbers for those. So if you jump in for our world-class service, I'm calling you.
Yep.
Like, hey, why don't you think your service is good enough? Why don't you download the checklist?
Yep.
How can we help? So you got to be willing, able to execute, at least fucking contacting them 3 times through DMs, if not phone calls.
Yep.
So that would be, they opt in, they automatically get the thing, and then you're calling them as soon as possible until you speak to them about your services. So that's kind of the paid thing. Now, the question that everyone's going to be asking is how much? How much budget do I need for this to be successful?
Yeah.
We're thinking at the moment, it's about minimum $5 a day to see if something works.
For the ad followers?
Follow
campaigns,
Yeah. And that's a pretty low cost, low commitment kind of vibe.
It's pretty cheap to get some, like you can get 50 follows in a week.
Yeah.
It's pretty cheap.
And you might get 10. While you're still getting better at the ad and all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Then what you would want to do is be like, okay, so if, let's say I got 10 follows for $35. It's $3.50 a follow.
Yeah.
Out of those 10, I book 2 appointments and I close 1. So was $35 and I got a client. Sick math.
It's fucking great math if you're looking at, whatever your lifetime value is for clients. It's so damn good.
The next month, the next month, I'd be like, all right, let's go to 70.
Yeah.
Did I get 2 clients? Yep. Sweet. Let's go to 140. Did I get 4 clients? Yep. Sweet.
Yeah. And if you didn't though, then you look at refining
the whole system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whether it's the ad itself, how you contacted them, the DM strategy, or whatever.
All of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Until you get it right, and then you do that. It's you tip.
Yeah. Yep. So that's paid. We've got someone in the chat. We've worked through the DMs. We've made friends. We've found the obstacle that they're struggling with. We've said like, hey, I work with this all the time. Let's jump on a call and unpack this.
Yep.
How do we do a good online consult? What's the main differences between face-to-face and online?
There's nothing. You're just not showing. You just don't get an opportunity to show them if you don't have the confidence to in a face-to-face scenario. You can show them the product.
Yeah.
So they get a taster of it. But the concept's the same. It's like connect with the person, assess the situation, get as much information as possible, solve the problem, and then enroll them in your service. It's like we call it the case method. And it's like if you just go into everything with that connect, assess, solve, enroll, it's like you'll crush it.
That was like Steph Curry at the 3-point line.
Yeah, you know why? It's because I've just fucking doubled down on that for the last 2 weeks.
The case method just fucking rolled out like that.
Yeah.
Well done, bro.
Yeah. Well, it's... yeah.
But 100%, it isn't any different.
No, it's not. It's like break the ice, make the person feel comfortable,
Yeah.
give them a bit of a rundown on why they're here, what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's just like you're assessing their current situation, what hasn't worked in the past. If it has worked, why are they here now? What would they like? Any other pieces of information that you can gather so that you can move to the next part, which is like, okay, so this is what it's going to look like, and this is what we're going to do. And then, does this sound right? Do you have any questions? Move it on. Cool. This is how it works.
Yeah.
This is how we run our online coaching. This is what you get.
Yeah.
And this is how much it is. When would you like to start?
I think being prescriptive online is even more important than face-to-face.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I think people face-to-face, the consults are harder to get going face-to-face because they know less about you.
Yeah, and sometimes like they've been given to you.
Yeah.
As like a mandatory thing for the gym. So this person doesn't know what it is. So then it's on us to like kind of do a little bit more work.
They've got way more recon on you in an online consult than they do face-to-face.
Yeah.
Whether it was a phone call, whether it was a kickstart, like whatever, where the lead came from, they know more about you online.
Of course.
So usually that initial part's
Taking
easier
action.
to get through. But it's also easier to ghost on the sale.
100%.
So you need to be even more prescriptive, not just like, so like, would you like to do training?
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
like, cool. So this is everything you need, right? Yes.
Yeah.
You think my coaching, if it offers this, this, and this, will solve all of those problems. Yes. Will it get this outcome? Yes. You've done all the test closes all the way through. And then it's just like, sweet. So it's this much per week. It's this minimum term. I can have your program set up by Monday.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do it. Awesome. I'll send you the direct debit.
Yeah.
Fill that out and we'll get started.
Yeah.
It has to be prescriptive online.
Yeah.
You have to be confident in it.
Yeah.
Because you'll miss way more. And I think the likelihood of people coming back is even lower. Because once they check out of the computer, it's like you're just fucking some thing in there.
Gone into the matrix.
Yeah, you don't exist.
Conviction is everything. That's like, it doesn't matter where you're operating business, like you need conviction. So I would be always just making the assumption that once you've profiled that this person is the right fit for you, you just speak to them as if they're your client until they become your client.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
Onboarding.
Has to be seamless.
First 2 weeks, you don't get a chance to see them. So I know you have really good protocols in terms of like first day, 3 days.
Yeah.
What do you go through in that first week, 2 weeks to make sure that they're on the right track?
Yeah, so your onboarding should already been like I said, you've got this like prospect to client journey, and then you have the client journey from there onwards. So it's like, as soon as they sign on that dotted line that they're becoming your client, what happens from that point onwards? Like that all has to be structured. So they should get some form of welcome email, downloading them, like giving them more information on what's going to happen next. If it moves to a training app, like how do they access their program? Like what are all of the things that you would like that person to know in a sequence? Because obviously people can only download so much information at once. So you're like, okay, well, what's the most important block of information that they need to increase their experience? And what is everything else that they need to know after that that's going to mildly improve their experience with you? I believe the first 2 weeks is the most vital, and I believe that the first 72 hours sets up the first 2 weeks, and then the first 2 weeks sets up the next 12 to 16 weeks, which is most likely the minimum term.
Yeah.
So you have to touch base with that person to just see what they need support with. Most of the time, like adults just don't want to ask questions because they don't want to sound stupid. They think that they're like eating up your time, irrespective of the fact that they're paying you for a service. So you have to make the assumption that they need help, and like you'll just have to prompt that gateway of communication and remove the friction of that. So I would be, welcome email, touching base with them after you've seen them. The next day, just make sure they've got everything that they need. 2 to 3 days later, same thing, like, hey, touching base with questions. And then from there, it's just, making sure that they're abiding to whatever service that they have, be it like a weekly check-in or whatever. And I think if you do that, it exponentially increases the likelihood of that person getting good results, and it exponentially increases the likelihood of that person staying beyond the minimum term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So that's it.
Yeah. The one thing we didn't get to, well, the one thing we didn't go over for an organic strategy to just acquire leads, which I think people can do, they're just too scared to, is everybody can put a list together of like 30 people that could potentially buy their product, and then they just outreach to them.
Speak directly to them.
Yeah, like you would have, like a lot of people would have, and even if it's not 30, it could be 5.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, hey, I've got, like, hey, how's it going? Like, you know, I've put this program together and I thought it would be really good for you. And it's like, this is what it is. This is what you get. Let me know if you want to know a little bit more information about it. If you're getting like boots on the ground and you need to do a beta test, tell them it's a beta test. Tell them they could probably get it for half price.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a lot of ways that you can just get a little bit of traction, especially if you've just put an offer together and you are a little unsure if that guarantee is going to work. Ask 5 people if they want to just run through it.
Yeah.
It could be 5 of your closest people that you know that tick the boxes on the requirements for the offer.
Yeah.
And then you get 5 testimonials, you get 5 before and afters, and then you've got more proof. And then that can be like the snowball that you push that
Tag
starts
me
to
in
build.
your stories.
Correct.
Yeah.
So beta testing your offer is something that I would say is a great idea because it helps build confidence in yourself as well.
Yeah.
So it's a good strategy for those people that are, you know, boots on the ground, like trying to build this from the ground up. Do it.
Yeah. Cool.
Everyone's got 5 people minimum that they could do it with. And it's like, do one beta test. Then the next thing, it's like, go approach the rest of people, make them pay for it. Just make them pay like maybe 75% of what you offer. And then from there, it's like, cool, it's full price.
Yeah.
Most of the, like 3 to 5, like 30 to 50% of the people that have done it for a cheaper offer will most likely stay on with you. You can up their price later on down the line. Or you can just like, you know, reward their loyalty to you for a period of time that you're happy with, like at a lower rate. So there's multiple ways to kind of do things to get them off their feet, and then until you can get down the paid route.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we say it all the time with face to face. Like, if you want to if you want to do 30 sessions a week, do 30 sessions a week.
Yeah,
like
you're doing comps and whatever
all the time. So if you want 10 online clients, be coaching 10 people.
100%. It's like
until they're all paid.
Polish your craft. You polish your craft doing comps. Like, so it's no reason why you can't do that online.
Yeah. Mad. So that's it. That's what you need to know to go online. That's all the whats.
Yep.
The hows, obviously, and Standout PT. But
absolutely.
Feel free to come hang out. Let us know what you thought of the episode, if that was useful or not. We obviously kind of these back-to-back because we record back-to-back. I'm trying to make them kind of 2-week blocks to make them a little bit more digestible and interesting for you guys. So love to hear the feedback. Obviously, we've sped the episodes up, more value, less banter. So give us some more feedback on how you're finding them. Yeah. As always, like especially if you're on YouTube, drop a comment. Makes a huge difference to we can see it on the spreadsheets. The difference that makes. So if you liked it, tell us. If you didn't like it, tell us. We'll fight you in the comments because it's fun. We'll be back next week with a brand new topic. I don't know what it is yet, but we'll talk about something that's going to be useful, making your PT business better.
As always.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
See you next time.